record, and I will start this. All right, so I have MiX and Pasture with me. If you guys want to say hi.
Hi.
Oh, I should probably say first one was MiX, second one was Pasture. What are we watching here? We're watching John versus Vekyl. It's Dicecaster versus was it 9SK?
Yeah,
Right?
9spaceking.
Yeah. And this is actually game 2. Dicecaster is going to be playing John, and Vekyl is going to be by 9SK. I don't know a whole bunch about this matchup. I played against John, but I'm not super good with Vekyl. Like, they both strike me as kind of slower, like tradey, but like not strong, not like slugger trade, but like, you know, I guess John is.
They both do both. I mean, they both have +1 fire styles. They both have random damage. Except John is more consistent. Because Vekyl is more of a setup character, even if he doesn't look like it. Since you kind of need to set up cards. You need to set up Loyal, you need to set up Undead, Doomblade. Whereas John just kind of naturally does it by like cornering people and factoring Fisher. Vekyl is more set up.
How much of like who needs to be more aggressive here? Is it John? Is it Vekyl? Is it like is Vekyl just stalling? Like probably not like Magdalena stalling, but like just stalling until like he gets all his wisps out.
Sometimes
Vekyl. I was gonna say Vekyl sort of just naturally deals damage, right? Because end of beat you more or less get chip 1 every beat. So I feel Vekyl more so just wants to like not like completely, not necessarily stall the game, but just make sure that Vekyl's not like taking significant hits at
like
any
getting
point.
blown out.
Yeah, because he'll like just and his ranges are decent. Like he's just sort of consistently does all right, right? So I mean that's sort of what I see when I seeing a Vekyl. And again, I haven't played a significant amount of Vekyl, but
and what do you?
Vekyl does work like that. Even if you shouldn't focus too much on the chip damage from his UA, it's still there. So you still want games to be longer than normal.
What do you guys think about these discards? Right, so John is Switch Burst, Hammering Fissure versus Switch Gash, Haunted Burst. I mean those seem fine from John, though I thought he liked to have the burst available.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you wouldn't keep burst.
Yeah, burst is quite nice when you stone skin the opponent if you want to set something up there. The other big thing is who is active player right now? Who's active player right now?
That is
it does not matter, but it's Vekyl.
No, it definitely matters because I'm solid.
Matters. It's John.
Oh, it's John. Yes. Of course, it's the one character. It is Vekyl, so he can play solid.
Okay, he doesn't get like the.
He doesn't get the
ignore armor bonus.
Well, he gets the +2 power, which is better.
In most cases, yeah, the +2
yeah.
power is better. But I mean, Vekyl does have some armor-heavy attacks if he wants. So.
Well, I mean, some. Right. I think he has 2, right?
He can play Ghost Form, Doomblade for 3
Ghost
armor.
Form is 2 armor.
Ghost Form and Doomblade are the 2 that have armor on it.
Yeah. Which can make solid be better, especially if you stone skin the opponent. But almost all the time, you really just want the guard on solid and the power on solid, so you can actually anti on yourself, and then it becomes a ridiculously good style with shot.
And then getting back to this beat, looks like we started with a wisp, and he's anteing a wisp under him. Is that how that works?
Yeah, you can anti
adjacent or on the space.
Oh yeah, okay.
0-1 range, as the card says.
So he's putting 1 under him. I'm not sure what I would expect from John here. John's openers are usually pretty good, but this is not what I expect. This is almost certainly something I would never have played, which is fracturing dodge. from John, and what is that? Ghost Form Drive.
Yes. Dodge is
Yeah.
fine. Like, you really don't
Dodge
want
is
to
fine,
dodge
yes.
against Vekyl unless he has a setup, which usually means if you're cornered. But fracturing is just really good style.
Yeah, and that's really where I'm going with this, right? Like, I think dodging, okay, it's fine, I guess. I think that this is why I brought up that who is the aggressor in this matchup, right? I would John wants to take advantage of like this opportunity at this range to do damage. He doesn't have to chase him down, and from what I would expect, he has more raw power, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't feel like Vekyl's someone you're going to be chasing down. Vekyl has a lot of advance and pull in his kit. The only thing that really makes him range like is haunted.
But that haunted is still more than anything that John has.
Yeah, but my point being is I think range 2 is not necessarily great for John, right? Like I think that's better for Vekyl.
Yeah,
And
I would
Vekyl will
agree with that.
naturally like they'll naturally close in on range 1, I feel. There's not a lot of retreat in either kit. And even with haunted, you're retreating 1 or you're teleporting to a wisp, and most likely that wisp is going to be right next to John because they keep following John. So I'd say that you're more likely going to in this matchup going to be at range 1 than range 2, and John would prefer to be at range 1.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess that's why I'm asking. Fracturing dodge, your style that has
The fracturing,
range
yeah,
on it.
doesn't make sense. I don't see the fracturing play. I feel like that's like John's payout, and that's again when we're saying like Vekyl's very consistent. Like he's not going to have any like I mean he can have blowout things if he sets things up properly, but if he doesn't set things up, he has good decent ranges, and every beat he's threatens a chip 1. And so fracturing is a big payout that you can get an advantage there. So that's I guess I don't quite know why fracturing was thrown away.
So like what I guess why I bring that up is I think about John here. So we can agree that yes, this probably shouldn't have been fracturing. But I also don't know if I would have dodged on beat 1 as John. If only because I would think I would want to save my dodge to like move 2 and put the wisps further away from me, like on beat 2 or beat 3 or something like that, like because John doesn't have a lot of not I guess like free movement in a way that he has a lot of movement but not
He has a lot of ways
like
to cancel his own movement.
wisps,
Yeah, I don't know how big of a priority like moving away from the wisps are. I think the reality is they're going to chip you. You almost want them to chip you because they're in some ways better on the board for Vekyl than they are causing 1 chip. Like I don't know if that's necessarily a big priority.
It's sure if you can only dodge the chip 1 for 1 beat and then next beat you're already on a wisp, then it's not very good. But if you can start a beat on a wisp and then end the beat not on the wisp, that's really good. Because that essentially indicates 2 chip. And usually Vekyl just wants wisps under you so he can loyal. Or behind so he can undead, right? But he doesn't want the wisps between you and him. And that's where they naturally go if you dodge past Vekyl.
Yep.
Give me 1 second here.
So here John is arguably in a worse position. Range 1, but under a wisp.
Come on.
On the other hand, Vekyl has his fast pace is down. Although the punish here would be like factoring grasp or factoring drive, isn't it?
Give me 1 second, guys. I think I have to check my stream real fast. Yep. I don't know if it's. Are you recording this as well?
Yeah.
All right, then we might have to use yours.
Okay.
But
I mean, you can just
you can
pause the
still say the
video.
game. I mean, we can, but then I would have to like splice them together, so you might just have to use your Mixes.
All right.
All right, so then we go into start this here. Yeah, there we go.
We skipped a bunch, and we have.
Did I skip a bunch?
Yeah,
This
somehow.
would be 2, right?
Yeah, but they've revealed already, so.
Oh yeah, man, professional. That's what I am. All right,
Really, you
so
just.
well,
I guess that's a question of where the ante on the stone skin was there. I don't
Oh,
know if
it's
that's clear for you.
on John. Because it's on John's side. That's how it
yeah.
works.
Okay, so then let me do this correctly. So what happened here? We got he put a wisp down. John stone skinned himself. And then what is this? Solid drive versus loyal strike.
Yep. And it's a
Clash.
clash. I'm not sure why you played drive here. I guess it's fast, but there's really no reason not to play shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, this, I guess it kind of
This also loses the burst.
works out. Yes, very much so. I don't know if I would have played a drive either. Like I might have tried to be cheeky and like solid strike because I'm terrible, but yeah, loyal
Solid
doesn't put
strike would
strike.
be. In fact, solid strike is pretty good here. I'm pretty sure Vekyl almost always Doom Blades because it's just a strike but better. In this case,
but I mean,
it's a strike but the same.
I think, unless I'm wrong, this is like the only loyal is like solid strike's only good against loyal. Right, everything else is going to push him out of range. Oh no, he's stone skinned himself.
No. He doesn't have. Yeah.
Oh well, in that case,
I guess you miss against Haunted, but no one plays Haunted at range 1 against John. That has a drive up, right? There's no reason to, especially when you don't have grasp or drives.
That's a bit odd. I guess it would it be what's it, haunted? If you'd like haunted grasp, it would.
Yeah, but grasp is down.
Yeah, his grasp
makes more sense there, but
ironically, like I think if you did haunted and you could just retreat 1, he's not going to move because he has stone skin on himself, right?
Well, the drive is faster than every haunted pair, so except burst, of course, you still lose the burst. But sure. Instead of driving, you could just like shoot him, right? You shoot him.
Yeah, I think I would have probably did just solid shot here.
That said, you also might want to save shot, right?
True.
I mean that's very true.
That's really the only reason I see the play drive here is just to save the shot. But personally, I value solid shot very highly to the point where I want my shot to be on solid.
Yeah.
So they cycle together. Cycle shot. But anyway, it's a clash.
It is a clash. I might have done like hammering strike or something and still put stone skin on myself. Then if he is gonna like pull me or something like that, maybe that's okay.
But that's just worse than solid strike, right? I mean, you still lose to everything. The burst.
No, hammering.
Yeah, you still lose the burst.
Oh, yeah. Well, no. Oh, if you put stone skin on yourself.
Yeah. It deals less damage in solid. There's kind of no reason.
And then what are the options here?
What you can do is Hammering Drive.
I mean, he can just play Solid Shot now.
Yeah. This is a kind of mix
Drive
up.
pretty good.
Because like Vekyl almost always actually Vekyl probably just 100% bursts. I think burst beats everything.
There's no way. I mean, Burst does not beat Solid Shot, right?
It clashes.
Oh, right.
Doomblade
Okay.
still is better, since it means you
There's
don't get
Doomblade?
striked.
Okay, yeah, that is
You
true.
know, if he plays a shot, you want to play the Doomblade for one more damage.
And,
for one more armor.
And that might have actually been the reasoning to begin with, was to clash out Doomblade.
The Drive? I mean, Doomblade and Strike are the same card right now.
Exactly what I'm saying. If you could have clashed out Doomblade, because Doomblade's better here than Strike.
No, it's the same.
Well, but sets up other things.
The things don't matter to the point where having Doomblade in hand is better than playing it. It technically adds one more Wisp, yes, but that barely matters, especially when the Wisp is on the corner.
How good is Loyal his Vekyl's payout style, like the one where you get, or is it, or his setup? I guess his setup.
Yeah. His payout style is the next one he plays, which is weird. Loyal is basically the big damage
Undead
card.
and Loyal can both.
Right, because you mean this
Undead
+1 +2 seems nuts, right? Take 2 and I get +2 feels like it should be a big swing. Yeah, it's +1 power this beat and next beat, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure you took 2 chip damage this beat. So it's gonna be +2. And this is why you don't dodge, because this is the beat where you want to save the dodge.
Right.
Because now Vekyl has +2 power. And you can't dodge him because you're John, you don't have evasion. He can just ghastly shot or something.
So here we go. All right. What are our options here?
You're John, so you technically want to.
We don't have. I'm gonna just take a look at this. We don't have that dodge. So what are we looking at? We have Hammering, Granite, Landslide, Switch, Ghastly, Undead, Haunted, Switch. Yikes! I wish we were on the other side.
It just punched Vekyl really hard, I guess, because you still have stun skins, so.
Oh yeah.
Like Granite Fisher or something.
What do we think? Well, here's a good question. What do we think Vekyl is going to do here? And because like when I look at my options as John, the first thing that pops out to me is like, can I kind of corner cross with like a landslide burst? Does that? Because that would get me away from wisps, but like I would have to check to see if it beats anything for real.
It beats. So like, yeah, I don't think it actually. It beats burst. It beats burst.
It beats Vekyl's bursts.
Yes, of course. It beats bursts, and it cleanly wins. I think against all bursts. Even Ghastly, I think he misses because he's forced to pull.
Ghastly, you don't get the pull on Ghastly if you do that. So any Ghastly pairing, if you're relying on that pull, it beats the Ghastly pull.
No, I'm talking about a Ghastly burst to get the guard, but then the pull makes the burst miss.
No, but you won't get. You can. You even. Well, you might not want to make it. Oh, I guess you can choose to have it miss.
As John.
Then that's what you want. Yeah.
So yeah. And yes, you do dodge normal Ghastly pairs. Of course, you don't dodge the shot. I guess it's not bad, especially since Vekyl has a lot of fast options now. But it probably, he's probably going to cover it, right? He's probably going to cover it. I don't think it costs him too much to just play a shot or Haunted Strike.
Here's the thing. all of Vekyl's options are 0 priority or Ghastly at -1, right?
Yeah.
So if you play Landside Burst, that clashes any shot other than Ghastly Shot.
Yeah, what if he plays Ghastly Shot? What if he plays Haunted Sight? Right. Because he can just play cards. Right.
And mostly what I was thinking about this is like, if I can land, I would like to be on the other side of Vekyl and set up a fissure, or set up something, or wait because we're gonna have fracturing back next turn. Like, looking towards next turn, I don't want to be on this side of the corner. You know, I want to be on the other side with room behind me, as opposed to not having any room.
I don't think it matters that much. If it like Vekyl is very far from the corner for John to care.
The other thing is, I mean, I guess again, you're getting back to the Haunted Strike can be beat with Stone Skin, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's probably not gonna play it.
So, like, I mean, that's a good pairing. Is the Landslide Burst, Stone Skin Vekyl. The only thing I think, from what I see, the only thing that beats that is Ghastly Shot.
Yeah.
Right, but Ghastly Shot seems pretty likely, right? It's the big payout.
I'm not sure what beats Ghastly Shot.
That's a better question. What beats Ghastly Shot, right?
Yeah. A random burst or something. But I don't think anything can actually beat it.
Like, I mean, obviously, if you're like just hard reading it, you can clash it into.
Yeah, but to hard reading it,
you can't burst afterwards because you can't clash with Landslide.
You would have to
until the Ghastly hits afterwards. Even if you burst.
Straight up switch burst to clash, right?
I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, well you have fissure. You can use granite or hammering.
Yeah. But then
okay.
You just lose anyway. I think you just like granite fissure. I'm not sure. It's not. I don't think there's anything safe for John. Maybe Landside Burst is actually the safest option.
I think hammering fissure is not that bad.
I mean fissure. I mean the clash chain is not very good. Because he just strikes. Yeah. I guess you can just clash him. Yeah. Just keep the clash.
Yeah. Can we? No, because we're on a wisp right now. We could. Yikes! We just don't have a lot of good options here, John.
An amazing option would be dodge, because you can't beat it.
Correct.
But, you know.
Okay, so like if we're going to, if we're not gonna like try to clash it out and not take a bajillion damage, how much like, and this is just a good Battlecon question. If you think you're very likely to lose to their most likely, do you still try to like win, or do you just try to set up next turn? You know what I mean?
I mean, like, I think setting up is dealing the most damage possible this week. I think that's what helps you win the game more.
And well, maybe he did that. All right.
That is definitely a high damage attack. The Granite will be better, but it will also clash, so I can't really say
that. Yikes is, I believe, how they said that. Ghastly Strike.
Ghastly Strike clashes the Landside Burst, so.
Which, I mean, okay, you know.
Yeah, I think it would actually make Landside Burst amazing. Because I think like the clashing favors you because his strike is down, and so worst case scenario, you just drive him.
Yeah.
And you're in a better position than before. The strike is fine though. Strike versus strike is the same thing as like drive versus shot or something. So.
Does this? How much damage is this for? 5.
7.
7. We did not anti-stun guard.
We did not anti. Well, we're faster.
Oh, I guess we are faster. Yeah. Good point.
But yeah, we did not anti like soak. Yeah, he technically takes 8 because of chip 1.
Yeah. Yep. I was asking if that was a payout, and I guess we have that answer.
Yeah, 8 damage in a
As he
turn.
gets
I think is considered a payout.
clobbered. Dude, I like to play characters with really high damage, and I'm impressed by that too.
You don't see that a lot.
What are we at next then? All right, because so I don't think, and that's kind of where I was going with this. Like Switch actually seems like Switch Strike is fine if you think you're going to lose to like everything else. Then you might as well throw away a Switch instead of something real, you know.
Yeah, it
But
definitely
I
works.
probably would have landslide burst there. I can't speak to what I would have done as Vekyl. I think obviously this worked out actually perfect for him. Could not have gone better. In fact,
Yeah,
so
the maximum damage. No, well, you could have bursted the strike, and then you would have won even harder. But
okay, yeah.
But
He
yeah,
is down a lot of his Sun Guard now, which I don't know if that's an issue for how much of an issue for Vekyl that's going to be.
I mean, he still has. He's really ahead, right? Well, I guess people are still scared of dodging versus John, but I don't know. I would probably. I mean, I don't even
I
know
would not
how
dodge. I
necessary
would
it
definitely
is.
not dodge. I would not throw this lead away. Being ahead in life as Vekyl is really hard, and Vekyl can easily maintain a life lead just by chipping one every turn.
Yep,
So I don't think there's
I
a
agree
need
with
to
that.
risk it. Like if you place fracturing into your dodge, you're kind of dead.
I mean, fracturing
When
swings, you retreat. You, like assuming fissure is the dodge counter, unless I guess
No,
you
no,
could
no,
also
no.
just
I
stone
mean,
skin.
I mean,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
stone
stone
skin
skin. Yeah,
opponent.
stone skin. Yeah, yeah.
and did we just get?
Fissure doesn't hit. I guess Fissure doesn't hit. You can
Did
hammer
we
in
just
fissure.
get what?
Fracturing fissure would, but or not. Sorry, not fracturing. Hammering
Yeah, but
fissure
then
would.
you might as well
Yeah,
factor in fissure and empty on the opponent.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Because that's what I was
It's the
thinking at
same
first. It was like
damage.
hammering fissure, but yeah, I don't love where that goes. So this turn, what we get back ghost form as Vekyl and solid is still down.
Yeah, you get
Yeah.
like fracturing
Okay.
dodge, which is much better than whatever Vekyl
And
gets.
ghost form's another thing that allows you to keep a life lead. It just you can trade like
Oh yeah.
2 armor
Sure.
at
Well, it's
But
one
most
point.
not
importantly,
super
you can trade
fast.
it. You can trade it effectively because solid's shenanigans with solid. Ignore armor are down, right? So no matter
Oh
what,
well, yes.
if we ghost form,
Against John, there are some beats where you have to be afraid of that.
yeah.
But and I guess
Right,
right
but
now
this
is
being
one of
one
those times. But
that you
I'm
don't
not
have to
saying
worry about
It's
play ghost
not
form right now.
because solid is down. But yeah, ordinarily.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I
Well,
guess
you
there you
still
go.
you
That's
still don't need to be
plan.
scared of solid because it has ignore armor specifically when it does not have plus 2 power, which is kind of
Yeah.
like so like having 2 armor is basically null. You know, he's not gonna play
There is
solid
no power.
to be ignored the ghost form. He's gonna play solid to ignore his stun skin.
All right, so we have what fracturing. We have fracturing back. That has to be good.
I don't know, like granite shot.
I was. I don't know how good it would be. I was like, me. What about like ghost form grasp?
This is great. I can see like landslide grasp. I can just see him play the ghost form drive again. I can see not much else.
Because I don't do how many do we have any really? I mean, I guess we have. We get to place our wisp. So like we have haunted options, but
Yeah, it's just like haunted. It has to go fast, and so it loses to landslide grasp.
like I would struggle to want to do like a haunted or really a lot of bursts in
Mm.
Beckel's spot.
Oh, I can see a landslide drive.
Yeah, because that's why we don't want to, and like we don't have a lot of room behind us
Mm.
to even get full haunted.
Yeah. Well, you don't need full haunted. You only need one space behind you. And there is always one space
And we
behind
can
you.
lay a wisp too. So I think this would probably be like a ghost form for me. Ghost form something. It's just like a ghost form grass sticks out to me, but if he put stone skin on himself, we'd have to anti-power.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine,
Yeah, Stone
especially
Skin
when
sort of
you.
kills undead.
Oh yes,
there,
yes. Undead is not very good style anyway.
I mean, undead drive normally in this case is okay, but
Undead drive. Yeah.
But against John, that's unlikely to work.
It's also not very fast. Yeah, I guess it will be okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I would play here as. Well,
Dodge apparently.
Switch dodge pretty good.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, that looks to be a clash.
just
Yikes.
disrespect. I think Vekyl wins this clash. I need to calculate it, but you can burst.
Okay, hold on. So let's check a look at what is it? We got
Is the Stone Skin on John?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so dodge is down, strike is down, Doomblade is down. So we have what? Shot, drive, grasp, burst. Shot, strike, drive. Oh wow. And we have Stone Skin on us. Can we beat? Oh, burst.
Got a
Prevent.
fissure. Yeah, clashing burst is the only thing that beats burst.
Well, so we would have to do fissure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Burst also beats burst. No, it doesn't. Actually, doesn't.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
No. Dodge beats burst, but it doesn't beat anything else. Yeah, but you close. Then you advance.
I mean, like it beats burst. That's all.
Yes.
I guess like it goes neutral with burst.
Yeah, it goes neutral with burst.
Like,
And
you still.
anything else.
I feel like if you're making that read, you just want to clash the burst out.
Yes. I'm not sure
Because you're
anything.
taking a chip anyways.
On the other hand, I don't think anything beats Fissure. I think the best thing you can do is grasp.
Oh, fissure actually just as decent on its own? Yeah.
I mean, I guess grasp, but so you'll get rid of the Stone Skin,
you
and
still
then he'll
lose
have to
the
advance
beat
1 to
if you
2.
grasp.
Yeah.
So
this sucks. I hate my switch dodge.
Now you know this is actually just like face up, switch burst versus hammering fissure. I don't think anyone has anything that deals with the other without clashing.
Yeah.
I think this is just face up, and you should just think about the next clash turn. What's next?
All right, boys.
I guess. So John has to grasp the hit afterwards, which means Vekyl can just shot.
Yeah.
Shot or drive, or the drive clashes. Yeah, he can shot. No, I guess shot loses to the hammering grasp. Yeah, he can drive.
Is hammering a -1 power? Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah, but it's plus 2 power because he's not going to move. Or sorry, plus 1 power, like -1 plus 2, so plus 1 total.
Okay.
Whoa there. Whoa, what's going on?
Why did this happen?
Why did you
shouldn't have moved? Is what the issue
yes,
is.
Yes. There's a lot of things wrong with this.
Well, that's unfortunate that happened.
Well, I guess the drive is bad, right? Because you can't move past Fissure.
Yeah,
you can move past.
Well, and it goes faster, and you deal some damage.
Fissure wasn't played. Burst was played.
Yes. I was thinking about the clash turn.
Okay.
I was thinking
they-
like if you could move past Fisher, then you could null Fisher, but you can't move past Fisher. 'Cause that's kind of the whole point.
I think they're figuring it out. Hold on.
Yes.
Right. 'Cause
Funnily
he's about
enough,
to move, and he's like,
Burst actually beats Drive.
oh yeah, because he's gonna advance still.
Although like Vekyl could just null, so
I'm assuming that's. But it also gets you out of range of those wisps.
Yeah.
Which is
100%.
actually a really good beat for John. Although Vekyl wanted to dodge and he managed to null beat without dodging, so.
Oh,
know.
this is a good question that I don't have a good answer to because I just don't know how all of this works. If we get all the way over there, right, and he has to advance either into the corner or in front of us, he's just literally as far away from the wisps as like is reasonable, right?
So you
how much does that affect Vekyl overall? Like,
it buffs Haunted.
Haunted becomes haunted is the thing that's significant there.
Okay, got it. So that's actually not great for John, even though he's taking less chip damage, but like he's gonna get blown out by
the thing
Haunted.
is like if you go to the corner, you just
John
get
can also
Doombladed.
stop haunted.
Yeah, okay.
Totally.
Unless it's like Haunted Burst, right?
So is Vekyl deciding to take 2 damage or?
But it appears as so. Trade 1 for 2. I think Vekyl's fine with that.
This is a significantly worse position.
Yeah, so we traded 1 for
otherwise.
2.
2, yeah.
Well, the problem is he doesn't want the he doesn't want to corner the opponent, but not at the cost of life.
I think they're still figuring out their lives.
There's a lot of triggers involved.
Yeah. Well, at least it didn't come down to like bad game state.
Oh, John does take 1 damage, so I guess it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, he trades. Yeah, he trades 1 for 2. Yeah. It's not great.
I think
you can
I think
argue
it's better than
that
our other option,
forcing him to
right?
be cornered.
I mean, it's probably better than our other option about like just getting
Just
blown out by
nulling?
clashing. All right, so what are we at then? It's what 8 to 10. Is both stone skins.
This is down 8. Yeah.
All right, important because now that and every time, why is this card this way? So Vekyl was first. So solid currently is reactive
right now.
God, that design fills me with a dark fury.
Same.
Same.
Boy.
Well, I mean, it's not quite like if you can't gain 3 energy, you gain none. Okay.
Yeah, it's not Enderbyte level, but it's definitely why is this like this? And who thought this was a good idea?
The only issue I see is that nothing else in the game works like that. Like,
literally nothing. It's the only effect, and it's on a very simple character that does not need this. It's not flavorful. There's no flavor behind it either. It's just stacked on a very complicated effect.
It's an interesting design space, but it doesn't make sense because it's nowhere else in the game.
It should be either explored or thrown away. It's like forced shenanigans, right? You need more than one character doing stuff.
My favorite part about this is how much work have you put into like frequently asked questions and all that. So like of all of us, you have to hate Solid the most.
Well, no, Solid. I answer it once and then it's done.
The
one that was the most painful was the ones that were replacing movement.
Paradox.
Paradox. There's a few, but yeah, Paradox is one, and particularly because I ask Marco or Andrew, whoever is supposed to have the answers, and like,
Exclamation point
It
polo.
has to be
Basically,
later.
yeah.
I'll ask Brad, and it never gets answered.
No, it's never. They don't know. Like, because there's no answer, right? There's no actual.
There isn't.
Oh, I mean, there is an official answer on
There
this.
is an official answer,
but
yes.
it took,
Once they
it did take a while.
once they come up with
So
one, right?
what are those?
If you just ask Marco again, he'll give a different one.
Yeah.
That's just how those are, right? They're not very.
It's like a
consistent.
alarm trap, paradox, gravity, all that jazz, right?
Mimic.
Yeah, Mimic was a big one.
Mimic's better than
boy.
it used to be for it. Anyway,
True.
we got off track, which is 100% my fault. But
It's
since
okay.
you're here,
It's okay.
Pastor,
As John, I do not want to think about the speed. Because it's like he's gonna ghost farm Doomblade, and there's nothing you can do about it.
is that true? Can we
You
do
can
anything
landslide
about
drive.
Yeah,
landslide drive seems fine.
You can drive and stone skin the Vekyl if you want. If you're hard reading that.
I mean, Sunskin Vekyl doesn't actually do anything. He's not moving.
Oh yeah, you don't even need to. Yeah, you don't even need to.
He's probably not playing Haunted because Haunted is pretty bad against John, especially when drive is
I guess
up.
fracturing drive, stone skinning Vekyl would be the.
Well, it clashes the Ghost Farm Doomblade, but yeah, it would work.
I mean, we could literally send him across the room if we wanted to fracturing grasp.
That's actually good.
Is it? Hold on, there's no way that's good.
Yeah, if he doesn't respect it, I think you just lose next beat, and then the beat after that, because he has Haunted, and you can't do anything about that.
You're right.
Other than that, it's fine. Other than the bad part, you technically have a mix-up where you can stun skin on yourself to protect you from Ghastly, and stun skin on the opponent to protect you from Haunted, and then you clash the Haunted shot. But yeah, it would be horrible. It would definitely win against Doomblade, though.
So Pastor, if let's say in this hypothetical world where we did fracturing grasp, we sent him across the room, right? If he's in the far space and he does like haunted burst, and John stone skins him, does the start effect on burst get rid of the stone skin if he's in the actual corner?
But you can't send him across the arena without removing stone skin first.
No, I mean, I'm just talking about if we sent him across the arena this turn, next turn.
It would be Vekyl has to actually would have moved.
Would have moved, so he can't burst.
And how does that work with closing effects?
Okay, well, there is an answer to this. If I see, this is why I created the FAQs because I don't remember what the answer is.
I will look it up.
There was an answer at one point, and I can look it up.
I'm just asking this because it came up with Enderbite because he has the everything.
Yeah.
I'm
wondering. I'm like, actually, the fracturing grasp doesn't seem terrible. I mean, obviously it's bad if he bursts, right? But actually, what are my burst options is Vekyl?
I think the best part about fracturing grasp is that you can pull with the grasp.
No, that would be
to beat the Ghost Form Doomblade, and especially since Ghost Form advances on end of beat, you don't immediately just lose the next beat. On the other hand, you only do 1 damage, so
yeah. But I mean,
to answer the question, close effects essentially treats the opponent as a corner.
Okay.
If that helps with that interaction you're talking about.
All right, what do we got here?
We're back. I mean,
dude, is this a joke? Okay,
I'm not sure. I guess he doesn't value fracturing.
I don't. That is wrong. Man, and Ghost Form Doomblade is good right here. There's not a lot that beats it. Dodge is fine. I will point out that I actually don't know if fracturing dodge beats it. That is not what I would have done. Is where I'll leave that.
I do.
All
I
right.
do wonder why fracturing just kept being tossed with dodge.
I don't like. Why don't? And maybe Dicecaster just hasn't played a whole bunch, which is entirely possible, right? Like I don't think I played John except a few games to see if I would like to play him, and I think he was fine, but he wasn't for me. So it's possible that depending on when this game was, that he hasn't had a lot of John experience to know that it's the big payout that it is. Either way, though, you should not fracturing dodge. Please don't do that.
Maybe his playstyle just doesn't fit with fracturing
There's
payouts.
no way that's true.
I mean, considering how many times Vekyl has him cornered, which is none.
Like I'm willing to be nice and I'm willing to like not drag on it, right? But it is incorrect, I think.
It is incorrect.
Like
he can
especially
still
because
do
it's
it.
even prio 0. Like if it's even prio 0, then just switch dodge.
Oh yeah, switch was down. I think.
I mean, like
That's the
if
fun
you're
part.
afraid it's going to get clashed,
yeah, that's true.
like if you want a safe dodge and you're afraid it's going to get clashed, then fracturing is a good style.
Yeah, but that's exactly why you don't dodge.
Yeah, like that's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna harp on it, right? But I just, if you have never played John, fracturing is one of your best styles, and yeah,
play it with a card that hits and has power.
Actually, not. All right, so here we are. Hold on, before these two start doing wackiness. What are we doing here?
This is basically a repeat of the second beat.
Yes. So this should be
Loyal Strike. I mean, what beats Loyal Strike?
Is this just like an actual repeat?
This is essentially an actual repeat. The discard's almost the same.
Right, because we
go summon Drive and switch, and fracturing and dodge and burst. The only change is he doesn't have Doomblade.
What beats Loyal Strike? Well, we're back where we don't want to be.
A Clash Chain. Since before he played Doomblade, and now he can't play Doomblade. Other than that.
True. What? Yeah. Man, Loyal Strike is just pretty solid. Oh, we have. No, we don't.
We have solid Drive.
We are. Now I can say we're card locked, right? Are we card locked here?
Yes. You can say that.
You're sitting where you are, basically.
Yeah.
John.
You can landslide. Oh.
Yeah. That doesn't help.
It does not. It does not help.
Well, I mean, if it is Loyal Strike, it does prevent one. Oh no, it doesn't because the Wisp gets put there.
Yep.
Yeah, Vekyl, fun character.
Who went first last turn? Because now it's important.
Vekyl. So it is exactly the same as B2.
Maybe I just.
Yeah, he just basically Loyal Strike. Yeah.
What about Solid Strike? Solid Strike do anything here?
Yeah, it punches harder than Granite Fissure. That's for sure.
That is true. Man,
of course, Granite Fissure beats Burst. Well, it doesn't beat Loyal Burst. It's really awkward.
It's a weird fissure to me.
It's basically Granite Shot, but with Fissure.
Yeah, I mean he's not gonna dodge or drive here. I mean, obviously his drive is down, but he's not dodging. So I don't value fissure too highly. Maybe I should, because it's still 3 damage, 3 stun guard, right? But I like it as a dodge punish. Yeah, I don't love that.
Oh yeah, the hit effect goes though.
And then I assume we take 1 trillion damage. No, it's not that much, right? So what?
This is
the danger is mostly because of Loyal.
This is what Granite does dodge you one damage. I realize because the Wisps moves onto Vekyl when you do the first hit trigger, when he does his hit trigger.
Mm-hmm.
So if you advance past him afterwards with Granite, you dodge the second chip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
You would still rather do Solid Strike?
Oh yeah,
this is safer against Burst, so yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's pretty much equal against everything else. That's definitely a good reason to play Grand Fishing.
Yeah. I did not think about that. That is for sure. I'm just so used to Fissure just treating Fissure like it's suppression plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The after close is just so weird to me.
Is happening here.
It has
I am.
a bunch of text.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're doing a bunch of moving wisps around.
I think.
is a little finicky.
So I watched this part. This is when I started watching when I was recording. I think 9spaceking somehow convinced John to use the Granite advance before the
Wait,
Fissure.
he stone skinned himself. He stone skinned himself.
Oh, I see.
Is that
It's
right?
he's doing what? Yes, he's doing what you said. The after
Okay,
close
so-
doesn't
so-
work, and so the after advance is blocked by the stone skin. Yes.
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. That was yes. That was what was happening.
Yeah. So if you stone skin yourself, yeah, then you don't get the interaction I was talking about.
It came out.
And then
John
or
has one of
close
those.
thing.
Yeah.
Rip.
Well, this is a much worse position of John.
Yeah.
Because he's basically gonna die. This is B3 all over again. He has plus
Yes.
power. And he's gonna kill you.
I mean, we have what dodge is down, and we have burst, but
we
he's
have
got
we have
shot?
solids. Yeah, solids kill things. He doesn't have Doomblade, so he can't just armor.
Can't. Who? Ooh, I think we might be dead, boys.
Not necessarily. We can solid, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any way that we can like 100% this with a shot as Vekyl.
As Vekyl. I don't think so. Because you have to cover the solid drive. Right? Solid drive is lethal. And stone skin on yourself means you beat the grass.
Okay.
Stone skin on the
All of
opponent
Vekyl's
means...
armor is down, right? Yeah. Ghost form and Doomblade.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
okay. Yeah.
If Vekyl goes first, he kills.
Correct.
He has +2 power.
He's got +2. Yeah.
And then he can just like switch drive.
This has to be landslide something. Has to be, right? I mean, you have to go first.
Not necessarily. You have to go first.
Not going first is tantamount to dying.
Be a burst. I guess against Vekyl, that's less of a.
Right.
Vekyl's most likely going to cover that. Since his grasps don't kill, probably just covers.
He's +2 power, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, because this should be like
the grass will
drive.
Grass doesn't kill because it's stone skin.
Oh, if John antis on himself, yes.
Yeah. So if you really want to confirm,
landslide drive should be landslide drive versus like maybe a haunted thing, a haunted.
If you're pretty sure, well, I guess
this is a mix-up.
3, 4, 5. No, if we anti-power, haunted grasp can kill if we put the wisp behind us.
I don't think that's true. Haunted has -1 power base, right?
Right, so we get +2 power. If we remove a wisp, we get +1 power, and then we add we anti-power.
That adds up to 5.
Am I wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Haunted has +0 power base. Okay. Then yes, that would work.
No, you're right, because it's 4 or 5. No, it would be.
No, yeah,
but it clashes landslide drive anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah, that is why I think.
I mean, if John thinks that Vekyl's going at 5 pro here, he should finish her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can't guard.
That is very true. Can he? Should he just be finishing anyway?
It doesn't kill, so you're losing to everything that's has any. Actually, Vekyl doesn't have any much guard. I mean, the shot. Like he loses the shot.
Sure, but Shot's going to lose to Landslide Drive
it
anyway,
loses the
right?
burst.
Okay, yeah.
Also burst.
Man, you'd have to be.
Yeah,
Well,
that-
I mean, you could stone in Vekyl.
Yeah, if you stone skin Vekyl, then you lose everything because then you give him guard. So yeah.
I mean, you're not winning off of the finisher anyways, if that's the play you're making.
But you need to stun him.
Right, you need
Right.
like you
If
can't win
if
this
you
game,
anti
you can
if
win
you
this,
anti on
right?
him, you're not stunning anything.
Okay, so is this a finisher then?
This is the finisher, and this was Pecting. Ghastly shot.
So we have a million stun guard.
Yeah.
And
it does.
we win.
It would stun. It would stun things if they don't have any guard. I mean, obviously not this, but
No, but he can just anti guard some guard.
And he did, right? They both anti. So it was
Yeah.
Prio and Power versus Guard and Power anti. Yeah. So what? And that'll do it for this. What do you guys? What would be if you were to pick a takeaway from this game that is not? Hey, baby, don't fracturing dodge. That is not that. What would you say it is?
From which players?
From either perspective. From either perspective, right? I think the one thing that I would say is I don't think I personally gave Gasly enough credit in his kit. Despite it, being obviously good, I was always just looking at like the other stuff that seemed, I don't want to say flashier, but like I thought Ghost Form and Loyal were like the big hitters, but like Gasly is what did a lot of work this game. And even when it wasn't doing work, it was
again, I
doing
think
work in his head,
sort of in a weird sense, Vekyl wants to just trade because he gets that in a sense like free chip commonly, and Ghastly just as a good like it allows him to trade against people without absurd damage.
And that, I guess that's the crazy part to me, because that draws back to my very first question about who's the aggressor. When I look at Vekyl's kit, I see the same thing, Pasture. I'm like, it kind of looks like he wants to trade, and he has some tools to do that, but he doesn't have slugger levels of tools to do that. He's got some tricks, but a lot of it's from the chip damage from the wisps that's making up a lot of the difference. So it's like he wants to kind of sit there and trade, and he has a few tools to do that, but he shouldn't necessarily be able to do that against someone like John, who theoretically could sit there and just play with armor 2 the whole game.
I mean, the other thing, I guess, to so an important note on that is he was ahead, right? Vekyl was ahead this game, and that's I think one of the reasons why Ghastly was used so much, right?
I mean, 3 stun guards, three stun guards, a lot. Ugh.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Evil Hikaru would kill for stun guard like that.
Yeah, like styles like Ghastly, which I just like. Power, range, and guard. Especially when you have strike as a unique base. It's kind of like just play this, and it beats a bunch of things randomly because people usually deal 4 damage, and you're dealing 5 damage. And you're Vekyl, so you're dealing more damage, right? Just by existing. Especially because you pulled your wisps and everything. So you just beat them. Like you just slap them for 6 or something, including the wisp, and the opponent can't do anything.
I mean, I think this game was really just decided that we went. Which one's the one that gives you power? Is that loyal? Is that the one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game.
Yeah, so we went
the thing is that
John loyal into full payout every time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't miss a loyal payout once as Vekyl and.
Well, that's because the dodge is what kind of.
Yeah.
That's you want to save the dodge for the loyal beats because Vekyl has so much hit confirm that he can just smack you for the loyal. This is definitely this showcases the matchup really well. I think. John is very immobile, and Vekyl likes people that are immobile because you can just
Right, because
stay
they
on the
just sit there and
wisps.
just like slowly
And
eat damage.
yeah, so that's why Loyal was so good. That's why he could just deal damage consistently every time.
Yep. All right. Any closing thoughts from either of you before we wrap this one up?
Don't play Faction
Don't
Dodge.
Darn it, that was gonna be my closing thought. Yeah. Fracturing is pretty good. That is gonna be my takeaway. Anything from you, Pastor?
Nothing in particular, no.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Hope you have a great day. All right. Have a